Hello, beloved child of God. Thanks so much for dropping by this video. I just had a really interesting conversation with someone, and somehow I used the phrase, you know, I forget what it was. It was a 10 step call, and I said something like, that keeps me out of the addictive behavior. She's like, oh, well, how do you keep you out of the addictive behavior? And I was like, ooh, yeah, it's interesting that I said that. Because the thing is the absolute foundation of the 12 steps is to determine whether or not I can stop the addiction on my own. Like, can I keep myself out of the gambling hall? Can I keep myself from rolling the dice? Or do I need God to? That's the make or break question. And so I corrected myself and I said, wow, um, actually, I can't, because this disease of addiction is insane, and it's trickier and smarter than me. Like, I need something smarter than it, because it has outwitted me thousands of times. And I'm convinced it will continue to outwit me till the day I die. It'll take me to the grave. So I can't keep myself out of my addictions. What I can do is I can stay connected to God, to a higher power, which can keep me out. And the way I do that is steps 10, 11, and 12. And it's almost like I need a certain amount of power to stay out of the addictions. I don't have that power myself, but there is this power outlet, and I can plug in. And as long as I stayed plugged in, then I've got that energy. And so I'm no saint, so it's not like I'm praying in every moment. So yeah, the plug comes out a little bit, and then I put it back in. I'm constantly getting that power, constantly, all throughout the day. I'm getting little connections to God through steps 10, 11, and 12. And then if I start to get really sloppy, then I forget to put it back in. And then I start running the show, and then I start to not feel well. And by the grace of God, if I'm really vigilant about step 10, I'll say, whoa, I'm feeling resentful, fearful, selfish, or dishonest. Or whoa, I'm not feeling well. What's going on? Like, it's an alarm clock that says, hey, I've disconnected from God. And for a low bottom addict like me, that's deadly. Not only disconnected from God, but like starting to run the show myself. Because again, I'm no saint. I'm disconnect from God on and off all day long, but then I reconnect. But if I disconnect and stay disconnected, then I start to get off center, and that's deadly for me. So that's the beauty of the 10th step. And then to all day long be working the 11th step, saying things like, thy will be done, or I'm no longer running the show. How can I best serve thee? All day long, striving to say that as often as possible to keep us connected as we go through our day-to-day activities. So, people say the 12 steps can be summarized, I can't, God can, I think I'll let him. It's more like, I can't, God can. So I'll work through steps 1 through 9, and then I'll continue to live steps 10, 11, and 12 so that God will. Thank you so much for joining in. Take care. Much love.